The story opens with Nina Okamura, a quiet high school girl who's often bullied by her classmates because of how she looks. Her long bangs cover her eyes, making it hard for her to make eye contact with anyone. Despite her shy nature, Nina secretly has a crush on Yuji Kira, a handsome and mysterious boy in her class. We quickly learn that Yuji has a serious heart condition, and his time is limited. One day, Nina spots Yuji in the park, gently helping an injured bird. Soon after, he begins to cry, saying he doesn't want to die. Touched by his words, Nina bravely approaches him. Nervously, she confesses her love and even cuts her bangs to reveal her eyes, promising to stay by his side until the end. Yuji is too shocked to say anything. Embarrassed, Nina runs away. At home, her mother compliments her new hairstyle. Later, in her room, Nina talks to her pet parrot about her feelings for Yuji. The bird lifts her bangs and playfully places a heart-shaped sticker on her forehead. The next morning, as Nina walks to school, she's stunned to see Yuji waiting for her. He's even more attractive up close than she had imagined. They walk to school together, leaving everyone surprised to see them side by side. Later in class, Yuji starts a conversation with her and learns that Nina has a pet parrot. He also discovers that she loves animals. After school, the two go to the zoo together. Although Nina is still nervous around him, she becomes more comfortable as she passionately shares facts about the animals. Slowly, the tension between them begins to fade. They end the day by stepping into a photo booth. Yuji gently pulls her closer, making her blush, and they take a picture together. Back at home, Nina reflects on what a wonderful day she had. But then she overhears her parents talking about Yuji's illness and how little time he has left. That's when Nina decides she's going to make sure he's the happiest person in the world while he's still alive. The next day, they walk to school again, but they're soon interrupted by Mio Yahogi, Yuji's friend. Mio meets Nina and tries to make her jealous by claiming she's been sleeping with Yuji for years, but Yuji immediately clears things up. Mio is just his hospital roommate. Later, another friend, Kazuhiro Yabi, approaches Nina and asks if she and Yuji are dating. Flustered, Nina quickly says no. Soon after, Nina learns that Yuji's birthday is coming up. She asks Yabi about the exact date, then rushes home to start planning. She bakes a beautiful birthday cake and decorates it with care. Watching her work, her parents assume she's made new friends and feel happy for her. The next day, Nina hands out invitations to Yuji's close friends. When the day of the party arrives, she decorates an entire restaurant with balloons, flowers, and cheerful birthday decorations. Her friends arrive and are impressed by her efforts. Even Mio shows up, though she clearly still dislikes Nina. After seeing the cake, Mio pulls Nina aside and scolds her. She warns that Yuji shouldn't be eating cake due to his condition. Nina apologizes sincerely, explaining that she didn't know. Just then, Yuji arrives and is blown away by the surprise party. Everyone celebrates, and the room is filled with laughter and joy. Nina quietly watches him from behind, happy to see him enjoying himself. After the party, Yuji and his friends walk home, but he notices that Nina is gone and asks where he is. Mio tells him she left early. Later, Yuji runs into Nina's mom, who thanks him for celebrating her daughter's birthday, mistaking him as the one who organized the party. Yuji is stunned. He didn't know it was Nina's birthday too. Guilt washes over him as he realizes she planned everything for him, even on her special day. Meanwhile, Nina sits alone at the beach, debating whether to throw away the cake she made for Yuji. She's about to toss it when suddenly, Yuji appears. He tells her not to leave without saying goodbye ever again. Then, he gently takes the cake from her and opens the box. His eyes fill with emotion when he sees his name written on it. Yuji takes off his shirt, revealing a tattoo on his back. He explains he got it to prove he's not weak, even though he's always felt alone. Even in a crowd, he confesses that he used to think about death constantly, but Nina made him smile again. Yuji then tells her he wants to be with her, and Nina happily agrees. He kisses her and softly wishes her a happy birthday. The next day, Yuji stands in front of the whole class and boldly announces that Nina is his girlfriend, warning everyone not to mess with her anymore. From that moment on, the two begin spending more time together, their bond growing stronger as their love story unfolds. At Christmas, Nignon and Yuji exchange gifts, their bond growing deeper with each passing day. Nignon keeps a daily notebook where she pours out her thoughts and memories. One day, Yabi invites Yuji to walk home from school, but Yuji politely declines, saying Nignon is waiting for him. He adds with a smile that having a girlfriend is a wonderful thing. Time flies, and it's now January 1st. Ninyon and Yuji are sitting in a restaurant when Mio and Yabi unexpectedly arrive. Yabi seems interested in Mio, but Mio is clearly annoyed to see Ninyon with Yuji. When Yuji steps away for a moment, Mio takes the chance to show Ninyon a photo of her and Yuji sleeping together. Shocked and heartbroken, Ninyon runs out in tears. Yuji, finding out what happened, chases after her and reassures her that there's nothing between him and Mio. The misunderstanding is cleared up, but Ninyon admits she was jealous. Yuji finds her jealousy cute and asks if he can kiss her. Meanwhile, Mio and Yabi arrive and witness their happiness. Yabi tries to impress Mio, but fails. Just when everything seems perfect, Yuji suddenly clutches his chest in pain. An ambulance is called, and he's rushed to the hospital. At the hospital, Mio tells Ninyon that these painful episodes will keep happening and gently suggests that she's free to walk away if she wants. But Ninyon firmly responds that she loves Yuji and will never leave his side. Touched by her sincerity, Mio finally accepts her as a friend. Yuji's father soon arrives at the hospital to be with his son. In the next scene, Mio and Ninyon walk home together. Mio reveals that Yuji needs surgery, but he's refusing to go through with it. She adds that the operation is extremely risky and could result in immediate death. Back at the hospital, Yuji wakes up to find his father by his side. His father asks if he's in pain, but Yuji simply says he's fine. When asked about Ninyon, Yuji smiles and says she's the reason he's found the meaning of life. At home, Ninyon is thinking about Yuji when she receives a message from him apologizing for the earlier incident. Her face lights up with a smile. She texts him back, asking what he'd like for Valentine's Day. Yuji, reading the message from his hospital bed, smiles too. On Valentine's Day, they take a quiet walk in the evening. Ninyon invites Yuji to her house since her parents are away. Yuji is surprised but agrees to go. Just as they're about to share a kiss, her parents suddenly come home and cancel their plans. Later, Ninyon's father asks to speak with Yuji privately. He thanks Yuji for being her friend, but disapproves of their relationship. He tells Yuji that if things get more serious, it'll only make it harder for Ninyon to move on after he's gone. Hurt by this, Yuji leaves. Ninyon runs after him, but her father stops her. She demands to know if he said something cruel. Her father tells her to think about the future, but Ninyon refuses. She yells that she'll never leave Yuji. Her father, in frustration, slaps her. Despite this, Ninyon rushes outside to find Yuji, but he's nowhere to be seen. The next day, she walks to the place where Yuji usually waits for her, but he doesn't show up. At school, he's not there either. Worried, she asks Yabi to call him, but Yuji's phone doesn't connect. Yabi soon receives a call from Mio, who says she knows where Yuji might be. Yabi tells Ninyon to wait and promises to bring him back. In the next scene, Yabi hurries to the graveyard, where Yuji's mother is buried. On the way, he remembers Yuji once saying he wanted to give Ninyon a precious gift, a promise for the future. As expected, he finds Yuji there and tries to convince him to come back. Yuji tells Yabi everything and insists that Ninyon's father is right. Yabi argues back, saying no one can predict the future, and Yuji still has a chance to live. Finally, Yuji breaks down and thanks Yabi for coming. Yabi leads him toward Ninyon, while Mio guides Ninyon toward Yuji. Yabi brings Yuji to a church, where Mio is waiting. To his surprise, Yuji sees Ninyon dressed as a bride. He runs to her and hugs her tightly. Before she can speak, Yuji confesses his love and says he wants to marry her. Ninyon joyfully agrees, saying she wants the same. Motivated by their love, Yuji decides to go through with the risky surgery so he can share a future with Ninyon. Just as they're about to kiss, their parents arrive, but this time, they're all supportive. Even Ninyon's father stands by them. Wow! With everyone's blessings, the couple gets married in a small, beautiful ceremony. In the next scene, Ninyon runs into the classroom holding a letter from Yuji. In it, Yuji describes his experience in the US hospital, where he's receiving treatment. Ninyon writes back, telling him that Mio and Yabi are now officially a couple. They continue exchanging heartfelt letters, their love growing stronger across the distance. Ninyon becomes anxious after learning that Yuji's surgery is scheduled for the following month. Time passes. Finally, the long-awaited day comes. Ninyon is about to reunite with Yuji. She rushes to the spot where he always waited for her, but he's not there. Heartbroken, she begins to leave, until she hears a familiar voice calling from behind. She turns around and sees Yuji. Overwhelmed with happiness, the two embrace and walk away, hand in hand, ready